We got some beautiful greens on set today. Josh Buchko is joining us once again from Canadian Tire. Always great to have you on the show.
Thanks.
He was very excited about the start of the season, which is great. So we'll talk about what's happening right now at the store, but also they've been partnering with Fiskars. So Amanda Weibel is joining us. Great to have you on the show.
Thank you.
You're actually coming in from Wisconsin, is that right?
Yes, that's right.
So your summer is pretty much traveling around to different communities that are part of this, and it's called, I'm going to get it right, Project Orange Thumb.
That's correct. Yes.
What's it about?
As a leader in the gardening industry, Fiskars is very proud to support community gardens across the U.S. and Canada. We started Project Orange Thumb as a grant program to help community groups get the resources they need to start community gardens. It expanded into a program to have one-day garden makeovers.
Okay.
So we partner with groups like Canadian Tire and local partners in different areas where we do these garden makeovers. And in one day, we transform an empty field into a beautiful and productive community garden. So that's happening today in the Lees Avenue community.
Lees Avenue is where the project is happening. Now keep in mind, there's so many things that can be supplied by Canadian Tire, but Fiskars is the actual tools that we're using, right?
That's correct,
So
yes.
gardeners will really understand, they'll recognize the Fiskars name.
That's correct, yes.
So tools you're going to be using, is it volunteers that are on board? How many people are involved in this?
We're expecting around 75 volunteers today from Fiskars, Canadian Tire. We're working with Just Food here in Ottawa, and then just community members from the Lees Avenue area.
I think they'll be really excited to see what's able to be done. For you, you've been talking to people for a couple weeks now as to what's coming in. So what have you brought for us today?
So I brought a small selection of the stuff that they're planting today. Not everything, obviously, but a good selection. So I got a bunch of perennials here that you'll see at the garden there. So echinacea in the back, the big tall guy.
Right.
Some digitalis in the front, which is also known as foxglove. Salvia, gaillardia.
You're saying Slavia, what was it again?
Salvia, and
yes.
This is gaillardia. There's some annuals up front just for a splash of color, and like the Dusty Miller there has a gray leaf. So it adds a different texture, a different color to your garden.
Are there different sections then going into the garden that these are certain flowers or these are certain plants, these are vegetables? How are we spreading it out like that? Because I couldn't tell you at all what family these come from.
Like, because there's some, like, so for example, this is a perennial. It's called Monarda. It's used as Earl Grey tea.
Okay.
So I'm sure everybody knows Earl
Everyone
Grey tea.
see, I recognize that. You show me that.
So like this is a herb, but it's also a perennial. So like, yeah, like you could separate them, you can sort of mix them in together, because a lot of the herbs too will come back every year. So like I have some thyme, some oregano.
So all of this is going to be going into that garden. Yeah. So what happens then once it's planted? I mean, you've got someone, I mean, those tomatoes are going to start to pop up. So what happens is the community's responsibility then to be able to care for and to be able to nurture this.
Yes, yes. We're actually building 12 raised beds today. So community members have the opportunity to rent out garden plots and grow their own fruits and vegetables. There are also going to be some communal plots with berries and rhubarb that the whole community can enjoy. And they're also having plans to donate a portion of the produce to local food banks.
Wow, that's amazing to see what can happen with one garden.
Yes.
You know, and just land that's been cultivated and can be doing it. Is it nice for Canadian Tire? I mean, I know that you know now which plants are actually being sent over to be able to help.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's good to know.
Look at this. All right, so everything getting underway. So can people from the general public be able to stop in and see what's going on?
Absolutely, yes. You can stop by anytime throughout the day, but the ribbon cutting ceremony is at 4 p.m. this afternoon at the garden site, 166 Lees Avenue.
People are going to be exhausted by 4 o'clock in this heat. This is really for the love of the garden and for the community. Be able to head out there and see what's happening, everything getting underway. You started at 8 o'clock this morning, right?
That's correct.
What was the first thing? So digging, planting, what happens first? Like, what go through the steps?
First, they build the raised beds. So like I said, there are 12 raised beds going in, yes. And then adding some soil to the perennial beds. So Josh pointed out a bunch of the perennials that will be planted today. And then the last step, we'll plant in the raised beds once they're built, and then mulch the pathways.
Oh, between everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a lot that gets to be done. If you have any questions in terms of helping out with your own garden, Josh is always great. Canadian Tire, there's a lot of people there that can help making your choices for the Seasonal Garden Center. And of course, you can check out more information for the website of projectorangethumb.com. Also, you can find out more at canadiantire.ca. Enjoy the rest of your travels. I know you have more communities to hit. We're going to take a commercial break.